MTWS fans, we are now down to the final 2 events of the 2024 season, as it's going to be the postseason. As of course, we are going to be in M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore for the first time since 2012 for the 2024 MTWS Runners-Up Cup on January 25th, and of course the 2024 MTWS Championship on February 1st. So very soon I'm going to start filming it, but of course before we get to that, it's time to actually show off the track. So after several, 2 months of work, it's finally time to show it. So first off, let's get to the Runners-Up Cup. So of course here is the race and track, as it's the same as it is for all the MTWS Championships and Runners-Up Cup. The exact same setup with the berms to make sure the trucks stay in their lanes, and a hill for them to jump over to cross over. And of course remember, it is not St. Louis, it's Vegas style racing, so they start inside M&T Bank Stadium, behind the tunnels right there, and I got rid of one of the walls too, so both lanes work, and we'll be seeing it later on in January when the Runners-Up Cup begins and such. But that's for racing. Now for freestyle, as here is the freestyle track for the Runners-Up Cup, as we got a huge new double out there and a new van stack with the Maryland theme and all that, with the double being the 15th anniversary colors. Over near the end of the track, you have a car ramp and such, which I think turns into a step up, a tabletop with a step up at the end. Brought the Senate Jammer to actually somewhat cross-thread over the van stack. There's a skill roller in between the van stack and the double. And on the left side of the track is a box van, a bus stack with the Ravens colors, because of course, always an MTWS guy, have an NFL team reference if it's in the stadium. And that ramp setup I used in Daytona with a backflip wall at the end of it. I think we did this in Cincinnati, it was in Cincinnati as well. Hopefully it'll do better this time around than it did in Cincinnati. So this is the track for the 2024 MTWS Runners-Up Cup Freestyle. But now, of course, for the championship, because there actually is a little bit of a difference in racing. As for racing, the hill is changed a little bit, and the end is like a wall almost. And the reason why I changed it was because there was something wrong with that roller-like hill, so I decided to change it and all that. Plus, it didn't fit the logo of the 2024 MTWS Championship, which we'll see in a little bit, so that's the difference. But now, the moment you waited for. How is freestyle gonna be? Well, here we go. And here it is, the 2024 MTWS Championship Freestyle track. As I had some help making some of the ramps and some of the paint, and thanks to Eric, as I was too busy working on the last few MTWS events to work on, and he helped a little bit and got done just in time, so thank you for that, Eric. So anyways, this track, as it's the World Files 13 ramp, the racing lanes, the center jump, and that one cross-thread ramp to the side, which he helped smoothed out with cars on top of the center jump, and that cross-thread ramp had a tanker stack and a step up too as well. And all the way in the end of the step of the cross-thread ramp is a tanker stack. Not tanker, tanks. Remember we did that in the 2022 MTWS Championship? 2 tanks out there and such. Can't wait to see that be taken on. And this here is a new double that he helped make for me, as it was a lot of work meshing together with the other cross-thread ramp from World Files 13, as it's a cross-thread ramp from World Files 13 with the bus stack. And at the end is a step up and a hill. And in between, which you can see with the Maryland flags, are cross-thread jumps. Which, that was one of the emphasis, remember, last year for cross-threading. And this year it's going to be sending it off of obstacles. And I figured, why not have a cross-thread there as well? As beautiful Maryland themed. Again, thank you, Eric, for that. And all the way near the tanks is a van stack with a cross-thread, which you can't really see the cross-thread. And I think this is the first time in a long time. I think this might be the first time I've done an obstacle like this. I actually put down tires. Remember in the 2019 All-Star Challenge, where they had tires out there? Yep, we're having them out there for the first time ever, I think. And we have a hybrid, which is painted in the reference of Baltimore's flag, and has cars in the middle. And also represent, the other thing about this track is not just Senate, but having a little bit more of a modern aspect to it as well, as they have some obstacles that are used in the modern Monster Jam tracks with the hybrid and the berms from the Infinity style that I can but thanks to Eric's help, convert them to like a freestyle obstacle so you can send them and such. So maybe we'll get some Leduc leaps out there. And next to the hybrid is a van stack on the ground, but the vans are sideways. I don't think I've ever done a van stack like that in a long time, so I figured, why not give it a try? And then, of course, at the end, you got the semi-trailer, which, of course, always got to have that in MTWS. Painted almost the same color as it was last year, too. And then finally, at the end, is a triple backflip wall. I had an idea I wanted to do, but it didn't work out, so I went with this classic step as well. Painted the American flag theme and such. And yeah, guys, here is the logo for the 2024 MTWS Championship, as it's the 10th ever championship, so I had to have the X in there. And of course, had painted Maryland theme flag, since it is in Baltimore, the first time the championship is in Baltimore since 2012. What a perfect way to wrap up the 15th anniversary. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the tracks for the Runners-Up Cup and the championship. And a reminder, the 2024 MTWS Runners-Up Cup will be on January 25th, and the 2024 MTWS Championship will be on February 1st. And of course, remember, qualifying for the racing part of the championship will be during the Runners-Up Cup, so you should check out in between that as well to see what happens. Alright, guys, so I hope you enjoyed the tracks. These tracks, of course, will be up to download after the Runners-Up Cup and the championship event ends, so tune in for that as well. And I cannot wait to see who will become the 2024 MTWS Racing and Freestyle Champion. So see you guys January 25th for the Runners-Up Cup and February 1st for the championship.